Hello student, this is the second part of video for chapter number 1 from civics for revision. So our next topic is the Indian Constitution. What convinced Indians that free India should be democracy? The long authoritarian rule under the colonial state convinced Indian that free India should be a democracy in which everyone should be treated equally and be allowed to participate in government. For what purpose was the Constituent Assembly formed in India? To write India's constitution. Third one, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar believed that his participation in the Constitution Assembly helped the scheduled caste get some safeguard in the draft constitution. In drafting constitution, ing you have to include. Why did Dr. Ambedkar urge scheduled caste to join government services? Although SC get here, SC stand for scheduled caste, get some safeguard in constitution with his participation, but he also stated that scheduled caste still had to fear because the administration of these laws were in the hands of the caste, that is Hindu officer. Fifth one, what difficult situation India was facing when the constitution was being written? The partition of the country into India and Pakistan, princely states remains undecided of their future, socio-economic conditions of the vast mass of the people appeared dismal. Next one, the members of the Constitution Assembly gave this country a visionary document. How? A visionary document that reflects a respect for maintaining diversity while preserving national unity. The final document also reflects their concern by eradicating poverty through socio-economic reforms as well as emphasizing the crucial role the people can play in choosing their representative. List the key feature of Indian Constitution. First one is federalism, second parliamentary form of government, third separation of the powers, fourth one fundamental rights, and the fifth one is secularism. Next topic, key features. Define federalism. This refers to the existence of more than one level of government in the country. How many levels of government are there in India? Name them. There are 3 levels. First one, union or central government. Secondly, state government. And third, local self-government or Panchayati Raj. Each state in the India enjoys autonomy in exercising power on certain issues. On which subject all the states follow the law of central government? Subjects at national concern. List 2 federal features of Indian Constitution. The states are not merely agent of the federal government, but their authority from the Constitution as well. Secondly, all persons in India are governed by laws and policies made by each of these levels of government. Sixth one, read the statement. This was done with an abundant faith in common man and ultimate success of democratic rule that will bring enlightenment and promote the well-being. So who said the above statement? That is said by Shri A.K. Iyer. On which occasion was above statement made? During the elections. What principle was adopted by the Indian Constitution and why? The principle of universal adult franchise was adopted to give rights to every individual to form a government. The different tier of the government consists of a representative elected by the people. Eighth one, the Constitution of India guarantees universal adult suffrage for all citizens. What does it imply? So the people of India have a direct role in electing representative irrespective of his or her social background, can also contest in election. To whom are the elected representative accountable? That is to the people. Name the three organs of the government, that is legislature, executive and judiciary. What provision is made in the constitution to prevent the misuse of power by any organ of government? So each of these organs should exercise different powers. Through this, each organ act as a check on the other organs of government, and this ensures the balance of power between all three. What does the principle of separation of powers ensure? It ensures that balance of power between all the three. What is the difference between state and government? The state is a political institution that represents sovereign people who occupy definite territory. Government is responsible for administering and enforce law. Which section has been referred to as the conscience of the Indian Constitution? That is fundamental right. What is meant by the fundamental right? It has often been referred to as the conscience of the Indian Constitution. It protects citizens against the arbitrary and absolute exercise of power by state. Define arbitrary: when nothing is fixed and is instead left to one's judgment or choice. The Constitution guarantees the right of individual against the state as well as against other individuals. What is the twofold objectives of fundamental rights? The first objective is that every citizen must be in a position to claim those rights. Second, these rights must be binding upon every authority that has got the power to make laws. Name the 6 fundamental rights that the Indian Constitution include. That is right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom to religion, culture and educational rights, rights to constitutional remedies. Now, what is the right to constitutional remedies? This allows citizens to move to the court if they believe that any of their fundamental rights have been violated by the state. The Constitution prohibits employment of children under 14 years of age. List any 4 freedoms included in the right to freedom. That is freedom of speech and expression, right to form an association, right to move freely and reside in any part of country, right to practice and profession, occupation or business. What is the meaning of secular state? A secular state is one in which the state does not officially promote any one religion as the state religion. Which fundamental right will be the following situation violate? If a 13 years old child is working in a factory manufacturing carpet, so that is rights against exploitation. If a politician in one state decide not to allow laborers from other states to work in the state, that is right to freedom. If a group of people are not given permission to open a Telugu medium school in Kerala, so right to freedom again. If the government decides not to promote an officer of armed force for being a woman, so that is right to equality, that is gender equality, you can call it as in another word. The section on directive principle of state policy serves as a guide to the independent Indian state. So here are some objectives. First MCQ is the President of the Constituent Assembly was Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Nepal is a country that borders India on the east. Nepal adopted an interim constitution in 2007. All citizens are governed by law made by the central government. The organ of the government responsible for implementing laws and running government is executive. Phillips. The country of Nepal has witnessed several people struggle for democracy. The misuse of authority by political leaders can result in gross injustice. Panchayat is the third tier of government. Universal adult Suffrage break the clutches of traditional caste, class, and gender hierarchies. Fundamental rights protect citizens against the arbitrary and absolute exercise of power by the state. The practice of untouchability has been abolished to ensure the right to equality to all. The Constituent Assembly was a group of people who wrote India's constitution. Next we are having true and false. All countries that have a constitution are democratic, that is false. Nepal recently moved from a democracy to monarchy, that is false, that moved from monarchy to democracy. The Indian state has a democratic form of government, that is true. The states are merely agents of the federal government, that is false. They are having the autonomy or the authority. So here your exercise complete for revision of the chapter 1 from civics. For the next chapter, stay tuned. Till then, thank you.